Oklahoma City native, Mr. Chance Rodriguez.
All right, what's going on, 40 West? How are we doing tonight? Okay, that sounds pretty good. Good. I brought the girls out tonight. Let me come out front. Show off the girls. Here we go. You like that? Oh yeah, there's more where that came from. I don't even know what that means. I'm glad to be here tonight. This is awesome. I was supposed to be at a Celebrate Recovery meeting, but I'm here instead. Way more fun. Oh man. Let me tell you, some of you know me, some of you don't. But I've got to brag a little bit. It may not look like it, but I have lost a lot of weight recently. Yeah, thank you, yes. Now, if I had to put a number to it, I would say it was probably about 195 pounds. Yeah, it's a lot of weight. Her name is Mandy. And you know what they say is so true. When you lose that kind of weight, I mean, it just feels so much better in the knees and the back. Oh my God. And I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, Chance, that's really mean. But to be fair, it was really more like 225. Dehydrated. Just to be fair. We recently got divorced, which is a good thing. You could even, if you wanted to, you could clap for that. We got divorced, it's a good deal. Just like any divorce is one of those things where we didn't see eye to eye. You know, a lot of divorces you don't see eye to eye. It's over stupid shit, little shit. Like, for me, I didn't like trying to go to sleep with the TV on. Like, I had a real problem with that. I couldn't go to sleep with the TV on. And for her, she would meet guys online and go fuck them. So you see, it was about the exact, same thing. It was, we just could not come to a common ground on that. It was a real problem. Yeah. Anyway, well, so as part of the divorce, I get the house, and she's basically able to Thanos snap and get everything inside of it, which is fine, really. Because if we're being honest, who really decorated that house? It was her, right? I didn't really put much shit into it. And we accumulated a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of shit. Specifically, mermaid shit. We had a lot of mermaid stuff. She loved mermaids. Dare I say obsessed over mermaids. I swear to God, she said, at least a couple of times, she said, Chance, if I could be anything in this life, I would be a mermaid. So as a final parting gift, I took a lot of her shit and I threw it in the lake. I did. Just so she could reenact that scene from The Little Mermaid. You know what I'm saying? Right? I want to be where the people are. You want thingamabobs? I've got 20. And what are those things over this? Oh, yes, my clothes. Thank you, Little Mermaid. Yeah. We did. We had a lot of shit. She would watch the show Hoarders. Are you familiar with the show Hoarders? Yeah. Oh my gosh, she watched it religiously. And I'd be like, why do you keep watching this show? And little did I know later on she was going to put the whore in Hoarders. I didn't know. But she kept watching the show. I'm like, why do you keep watching this show? And she's like, well, a couple of things. It makes me feel better about myself watching them, because she would get emotionally attached to these things. But also, she felt like it kept her in check. Like she would not be able to accumulate as much as these people had, type of deal. And I thought, well, that's cool. Oh man, hindsight, I wish I would have looked back and offered a different TV show for her, which is of course called My 200-Pound Slut. What? What? It's just some cheating going on. I don't know. You know, family, marriage ruined, no big deal. You know, that's not a big deal.
Working through some stuff.
So, I think it goes without saying I'm single now.
Yeah.
What an odd age to be single, by the way. Like, I still can't figure things out. Like, at this age, I still can't figure out when it's appropriate to say the word bet. Okay? No? Look, I'm telling you, I don't know when to say the word bet. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, I'm grocery shopping, I go to check out at the cashier, and he asks the obligatory question, did you find everything okay? Yes, I found all of this shit just perfectly fine. And he says, I bet. I'm like, you asshole. Were you and your buddies back here watching me this whole time, placing bets on whether I could find all this shit or not? Yeah, I'm old, but I'm not, I don't have like dementia yet. Yet. Then another one of these phrases, I know you've heard this phrase, okay? I feel like, in my opinion, it's been around too long. And it's the phrase of, you do you. You do you. Some people take it a little bit further and they say, you do you, boo. And I did the research. 9 out of 10 people, these are facts, this is science. 9 out of 10 people that say you do you boo are in fact not talking to their boo. Or they're even their boo thang. No, they're not talking to their boo. Truth. Hashtag truth. But here's the problem I've got with it. Like, you do you doesn't make sense to me because given the right environment and circumstances, maybe a little Kenny G, I'm gonna do me. Okay? Like, it doesn't make sense, you know, and I don't think I'm the only one in this room, okay? If you find the right time, I think everybody in this room's gonna do themselves. Yes. Exactly. Yes. I don't understand the encouragement. I think it's just gonna naturally happen. Hell, I don't even think you need the right environment. I think if it's just whatever you can get away with legally, that might be the bare minimum.
Gatorade bottle.
Right? You're in the park, there's a couple of bushes, nobody's looking. I don't know. You do you, boo. You know? Just saying. It's a weird time. I gotta tell you, I've got a brother. Not this brother here. I've got a younger brother. And do you have a sibling like this? Like, I hate to say this, but he's missing some chromosomes. He's missing some real important DNA. Like, it's like multiplicity when they made a copy of a copy. Do you know what I'm talking about? So I'll tell you why. I'll explain why. He's almost 40 in 2 months. In 2 months, he's going to be 40 years old. And I promise you, he's trying to convince me to do acid for the first time. Acid.
They're like, yeah.
I've never met so many people pro-acid before. But whatever. But yeah, he wants me to do acid, which is crazy because if I'm being honest, the only thing I'm tripping on is my gout. It just doesn't make sense to me. Look, okay, for example, a guy my age, there's some things you don't try for the first time. Like, first off, I'm not gonna start skateboarding all of a sudden, okay? I'm just not gonna start skateboarding, okay? I'm not anti-skateboarding. Now, we got Adrian over here as your headliner, he's a great skateboarder. I'm not anti-skateboarding, nor am I anti-skateboarder. Nor am I anti-acid, or antacid, if you will. Yeah, obligatory groan. I just feel like the odds are greatly against my favor to do this shit, so I don't do it. But I'll tell you this, later on, my brother calls me and he says, Chance, man, I gotta tell you, I really regret doing that acid.
She should.
And I'm like, well, good for you, man. You know, you thought it was a good idea. You thought it was experimental. You know, you learned from it. He's like, no. No. I still think you need to try it at least once. I thought, how stupid is that? That would be as if, that'd be like if Kurt Cobain came back from the dead and started doing commercials for Mossberg shotguns. You know what? I'll take it a step further. That would be like if Alec Baldwin started promoting the NRA. I'm just saying, it's weird. It doesn't make sense to me. That's all I'm saying. But you know, whatever. You do you, boo. Bet. Yeah. And I gotta tell you, I got stuck in traffic. I got stuck in traffic. I-35 construction, one lane. It was bullshit. I got behind this truck. And on this truck, I think it was a work truck, it had a bumper sticker on the back. And in all caps, it had a sticker that said, sudden lane changes. Sudden lane changes. And I thought, well, that's some bullshit. You can't just announce your bad driving to everybody like that and get away with it. That's bullshit. No, that's not cool. Because some people would have stickers that say, I drive through red lights. Like that. I don't use my blinker. Or I come to a complete stop on a merge lane. Shit like that. Some people would have a full car of bumper stickers, am I right? God. Now where I think it would be useful is if instead of a bumper sticker, maybe t-shirts when you go to date somebody. When you go into the dating world, you know, they have a t-shirt that says, we'll compare you to all past relationships. Right? Hashtag emotionally distraught. Hashtag you're gonna have to carry this one. Well, nobody's really dating now. Well, good for you. God, judge me. God, no, dating at this age is hard. It's really very difficult. Okay, all right. For instance, I'm not used to the term ghosting. Okay, ghosting to me does not make sense. I mean, first of all, the term doesn't make sense because ghosting is if you're talking to someone and they just cut you off. They don't talk anymore. They don't message. They don't say a word. To me, ghosting would be they're going to haunt your ass for the rest of your life. But that's not real ghosting. But it doesn't make sense. It leaves you thinking about what did I do wrong? Why did I get ghosted? Did I text too much? Did I not text enough? Did I say the wrong thing? Is the other guy's dick bigger than mine? I don't know. I don't know on this ghosting thing. I don't understand it. So I'm set up to go on this date. I'm supposed to meet with this girl. And right before we're supposed to meet, she sends me a message. She says, Chance, I gotta tell you before we go on this date, I need to let you know some things. First of all, I'm still currently married. I've got 4 kids. And I gotta tell you, I'm trying to leave, but my husband, he's not a good husband. And he's not a good father. You gotta believe me. And I remember thinking, 4 kids? 4 damn kids? Ghost? Now I know why people ghost. I used that. I pulled it from my utility belt. It was like Batman. I ghosted her right there. All right. So another date. I'll just tell you all my dating woes. I went on this one day, she was telling me, she said, I've had a lot of abuse in my past. There have been some relationships and there's been some abuse. And I remember saying, well, that's absolutely terrible. I don't believe there's any reason for abuse in a relationship. There's no good reason. It's absolutely horrible. If I may ask, was the abuse physical or was it mental? And she said, huh? I said, listen, I will not tolerate repeating myself. Sorry, you're supposed to keep a straight face. I God.
Hey, Jimmy,
You know? Oh my God. Oh man, dating's been rough. I got excited for this one day. This one girl was coming over. Man, no dinner, no nothing. It was just straight over. I'm coming over. This is about to happen. It's game time. So I got one of those convenience store pills that you get for a friend. And I like got that going. You know what I'm saying? I was game day ready. I was PEDing, man. I was Barry Bonds in that shit. I mean, at least one head was swelling. I'm just saying. And I just want to say, I want to kind of interact. I want to enact kind of what happened leading up to that point. So. Okay. All right, I'll watch a little TV while she's on her way, We got some hoarders on right now, and they're accumulating a little bit too much stuff, if you ask me. Oh, my 200-pound slot's on. Let's check that out. Is that Wheel of Fortune? Oh my God, I love that. Is that one of those puzzles that's innuendo? I don't understand. Like, is that, maybe? What else is going on here? Seems like she's taking a long time. I don't know what's happening. I guess I'll watch some more Wheel of Fortune here. And then, oh my God, are you kidding me right now? Jeez. Oh, it's not a visual trick, this is real. Oh, wait a minute, oh God, I got a text. What is it? Something came up. I can't come over. Oh God, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna rub one out to Wheel of Fortune? Oh God. So that's kind of like what it's like. Oh. And then you gotta, oh God. You just knock stuff over.
Yeah, you do you, boo.
You do your boo. There you go. You knock over a water bottle before? Anyway. So dating's not gone well. So I got some supportive friends. I've got a friend who's like, hey, that ain't going well. Let's hook you up another way. Sends me a link. Wants to go to Vegas. Right? Vegas, baby. Let's go to Vegas. But he sends me a link, and it's not really to Vegas, it's to a prostitution ranch that's about an hour outside of Vegas, which I think is a little demeaning to women. Am I right? Why are we calling it a ranch? Are we trying to say that these women are livestock? I think that's shit. What are we gonna pull up and start doing some cow tipping and shit? No, I mean, hey, not that I won't. I'm not saying I won't, man. I'll step up. I'll throw a shoulder into a hooker. You know what I'm saying? Anybody ever done that? I'll throw a shoulder into a hooker. But your regular ranch, typical activities, you're gonna have like fly fishing, horseback riding. Now at this particular ranch, you wanna be careful. Skeet shooting has a whole different meaning, right? Kind of like that bang bang, skeet skeet, right? But they had a lot of options. It was a pretty nice little website, They had pictures of the women and fetishes. It was kind of like a Baskin Robbins of brothels, kind of cool, Because I've been catfished before, and I don't want to get catfished again, I've been with this whole, hashtag girls who eat carrots type of deal. No. I ain't doing that shit again, laying there, sitting there wondering why the long face. Hell no. I was looking at the fetishes, and let me tell you, I learned something. There was something I didn't know about before. They had a fetish on there I hadn't heard of. I don't know if y'all have heard of this or not. But it's called pegging. Y'all heard of pegging? Okay, all right. Couple of people, let me inform you, those that don't know pegging. Pegging is when a guy and his lady buddy decide to switch roles for the moment, right? And she makes sweet love to his ass with a dildo. Now, look, it's not gay, okay? I repeat, it is not gay. If anything, it's like diet gay, okay? It's diet gay. Just a little bit of the gay without any of the guilt. Diet gay. Right? One of the other options they offered was role play, which was kind of cool. I was thinking of, well, what role play would I want to get involved in? You know what? I'm fresh off a divorce. I wonder if she can dress up like my ex and I can have like some anger sex or something. You know? The only problem is I would come up with some phrases that would be like some trigger phrases just for that angry, nah, right? You know, like top of the list is her calling me fat fuck. No? All right. Or phrases like, hurry your fat ass up, which I thought was foreplay. You know? Turned out I was wrong. Hopefully I would make this woman wear a mermaid suit. I don't know the logistics on that, but maybe she could wear a mermaid suit, play a little bit of Under the Sea, you know? But then the other thing, and I hated this, but so this would really get some angry sex going, but is it really in there, tiny dick? Like that set me off. God. Oh, boy, we would have a night if she said that. Yeah. But they had some character people, which was kind of cool. It's almost like your own little Disney or Warner Brothers or something. They have a Marvin the Martian that'll give you a hand job. You know, which is kind of weird. He's like, no, excuse me, Earthling. I want to extract your semen. No. It's weird. I don't know who's into that. Maybe nobody here, don't admit it. But I just think that's weird. Yes. Yes, you antling. Yes, I will get you today. Oh, thank you.
This or the voice?
I didn't tell you I now work at this ranch. But the weirdest, and I mean the weirdest role play they've got, and this doesn't even make sense to me. But they do have a Stephen Hawking package, which I will in fact demonstrate for you tonight. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I need to set up. I've got my Uber driver ready in case this gets too wild here. Let me. I'm searching for some black holes. I want to thank you all so much. I am Chance Rudnicki del Fuego Hamilton III. Thank you so much. You guys have been awesome.